or just record the whole thing and send it to me and I'll break it up tonight. So to break down what we've been doing in every room on campus, the first thing we do is evaluate the systems, make sure the controller is working, make sure all the cabling is working, and make sure all the equipment in the rack is working. So if there were any issues before in classrooms, we've gone through all of them and addressed all of them. So every classroom by the end of Friday when we're done is going to work as designed. So if there were issues with controllers not turning on and off, or inputs not switching, or any issues like that that faculty were finding, we found them, addressed them, and removing them. So that's one of the reasons why we're taking so long to do this. We're making sure we're very thorough on everything. The next thing that we did is we added a bunch of hardware that'll make it easier to video conference. So I'm going to go over here and show you all the equipment. So this is the handout that I designed for everyone. This is your typical classroom, which is based on this room. Every classroom is going to have all of the exact same equipment. So if you step into a classroom here, or you step into a classroom in Hafer or AAPC, they're all going to operate exactly the same way. All of the controllers have the same inputs. All of the equipment on the desk and in the ceiling is the same. So this is your lectern. We'll start from the top. So every room has a USB microphone right here that is tuned so that it can pick up everybody in the room. I've gone through every room and tested. I test at about this volume wearing a mask from the corner of the room, and it's able to pick me up. So there are going to be cases where students may have to speak up, or the lecturer may have to repeat what the student says. But for the most part, this is tuned to hit probably 90% of the people that are going to be in the room. In terms of the direction, it's always going to be facing the classroom. In this particular room, it's backwards because I'm showing it. But this is always facing the classroom. The next is the discussion camera. So we have a webcam mounted to the top of the monitor that is removable, so you can switch it around. You can use it either to capture yourself as you're teaching, or you can turn it around and capture the students. It is up to you. There's no controls on this, it just shoots. The other camera is in the ceiling. There's a ceiling mounted camera in every classroom that is tuned to capture the whiteboard, the projector, and you can use it to manually pan across the room if there's other things that you need to capture. This is the remote for that camera, and we'll go into this a little bit later once we get in the Zoom call. Finally on here, there's a laptop connection cable. So if you want to physically connect to your laptop, there's an HDMI cable for computers that have an HDMI port. There's a USB-C dongle for most new Mac computers, and actually most new computers in general. There's a display port for the Surface and some other computers, and a full display port for HP computers, which I believe most of you have, actually. So this will cover almost every single type of connection that you can bring. It does not cover iPads, but it'll cover any laptop that you bring in. That covers that. So that's everything you need to know about the lectern. They're all set up exactly the same way. The next piece is the MediaLink controller. Every room has a controller. They're all a little bit different looking, but they all have the same functionality and labels. So we have display on and off, which turns the projector on and off. The volume control controls the volume to the speakers in the room. PC shows whatever's on the PC screen on the lectern. Laptop shows whatever's on the laptop connection that I showed earlier. And wireless shows what is on the AirTame, the wireless solution that we put into place. And this is only for projector control. It does not control what goes to Zoom. Everything that goes to Zoom is handled in the Zoom software. Okay? So that's your physical classroom. Like I said, every classroom is exactly the same in terms of hardware, so you'll have the same experience everywhere that you go. All right. So